Hi Tony, I'm guessing it's you that's watching. I'm just literally, I don't know if you've seen my last video, Bear Britain Audits kind of called me out on it, and he offered me the opportunity to go live, to which I'm not going to refuse an opportunity to defend myself. He don't agree with what I'm saying, so he invited me to a live at 8:30. I've rang him, I've messaged him. By ringing him, I mean, I've found him on Instagram, rang him a couple of times, no response at all. So I've just tried creating a live to invite him, but I'm not too sure how to do it. I possibly need some further details on him rather than his Instagram account and stuff like that to send him the link. So yeah, hopefully he'll join or get in touch. But yeah, 20 minutes ago we were supposed to go live. But yeah, he's nowhere to be seen now. But yeah, I disagree with these auditors, and I think they're yeah, I've offered to debate any frauditor live, Discord or recorded. Well, to be honest, all my fans, all my followers, so to speak, have all said the same about them. They don't do it. They say they're going to show up. They don't show up. At the end of the day, they all know what they're doing wrong. So it's on them, and obviously I'm just trying to defend it. It's disgusting what they're doing, and I'll defend that all day. Shame they can't do the same, which obviously just shows how guilty they are. I don't know, Tony, if you've seen my DJ Audits videos where I went into detail about the things DJ had done, and in his comments alone, just laughing at some of you guys, he was laughing at some of your comments, and his response just showed his true colours. And basically, as soon as I told him that, he deleted them and said that he's going to take me to court. So still waiting for that as well. We'll put a stop to him somehow. The frauditors. I don't know if you know how we can get any of them in here. So he said he was going to take me to court for defamation of character. So yeah, I was just expressing my opinion on his actions. There's no crime in that. I swiftly messaged him back and told him that I wouldn't even get a solicitors involved. I'd defend it. I'd defend my story myself, which is not a story. It's just facts of what they're doing. To which I think the courts would be on my side anyway. They completely disagree with what they're doing. They give the police a hard time. What Bear Britain was getting at is the fact that he was saying I've got the wrong idea of auditors. I've not had time to check his channel out and see what kind of concept he comes with and what his attitude's like. But they're all the same, aren't they? They're all the same. They're all doing the same thing. A lot of them have jumped on the back of DJ and just do what he does 10 times worse. As I mentioned in my last video, it's not something you're going to change. It's obviously the courts and the regulations will change over time. I think the regulation that will change is kind of how they say with the photography. If you directly aim it at somebody's house, bedroom and stuff like that, where it's kind of a fine line, and they won't do that, I think that's going to be the case for private businesses and organisations, and they'll just put the same law, which is so easy to just implement, and then they won't be able to do it anymore. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for, I know there's a lot of corruption in this world, and I'm all for them exposing that. That's only going to create good things and make the world a better place. But I don't like what they're doing to the general everyday person who's going to work. They have struggles, and then they have to deal with them idiots on top of it. So yeah, I just don't watch them anymore. I literally don't. Yes, agreed. There's only a matter of time now before them regulations do change. But yeah, I'm not sure how I can get him in this live, or maybe I can tag him in a comment. I don't even know how to comment. But yeah, it'd be nice to get him in and have a discussion. I was expecting, to be honest, I was expecting about 4 auditors in the group. Yeah, the gypsy one. I've not had time to look into him, but he left me a comment. He did leave me a comment, and he does seem. There was a couple of comments that said that he was really good and that I should check him out, and you know, maybe I should find the time to just check him out and see what's going on and how he does his audits. Like I said, there is obviously going to be some good ones out there. I want to start doing more of an internal audit where we can, if we can organise it with that company and they know exactly what we're there for and what we're doing, gives them a chance to get prepared for that. And even if they have got health and safety issues, stuff like that, there's a bit of something going on in the workplace, that could potentially sway them and be like, yeah, do you know what, let's clean that up, let's smarten that up. We've got someone coming in and we'll make it look nice for them, and we can tell them exactly what we do here and how we do it. So I want to approach it with a more of a how it's made documentary, with them on board, and I think that would be a better concept for it. But yeah, I don't think we're going to stop these. It's the government that'll stop them in the end. But I'm just here just to show, this is just proof. I have screen recorded me calling Burr Britain. I've given 2 missed calls on Instagram. I've messaged on the original comment what he commented on my last video. No response at all. No response. That just goes to show they know they're doing wrong. Yes. But then at that point, when I call you or I turn up to site, bearing in mind my initial approach to site, I'm just going to walk in, general member of the public. I'm not going to be recording outside. Hiya, Mike. Yeah, so I don't want to record. I don't want to walk up to the building and start recording. I want to go in. I want to speak to the directors. I want to speak to the management and see if they want it. And if they don't, then that's fine. It's a great opportunity with the way that the world is going now. Social media is everything, and social media exposure for your company is fantastic. And Tony, I'm sure you can agree with that. You've got to keep up with the times. It's like my granddad was stuck in his ways and he wouldn't adapt to the new computers and stuff like that. And because of that, he suffered and his business suffered, and that happens. So you've got to keep up with it. And I'll be honest with you, I have a pretty successful construction company. I was speaking with my friend yesterday. 60-70% of my work comes from Facebook, free of charge. I do not put ads on. It's word of mouth, widespread. These new generations, my generations, show you yours, I'm not sure of your ages, but everybody's getting on this now, and everyone's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if they can promote their business for free, why not? So I'm hoping that I'm going to have quite a bit. I'm an old 58-year-old. That's not too old, Tony. That's not too old. And I'm not too far behind you. I'm 32. To be honest, I'm struggling on the tools at the minute. It's getting hard. It only gets harder. Yeah. But yeah, I agreed. Best work always comes from word of mouth. And that's what it's all about, and building your name and your reputation. And I want to help companies with that, and they can help me grow my channel, because my end game is getting off the tools. And if I can do that by coming onto YouTube and doing videos and showing you guys how a business is operated and what they do, I can put their links in the description, and then, you know, you might, oh, I need one of them, I need that, or my cousin's just asked me for one of them, and the details are there, and you can order, and you can see the transparency of the company and how they work and operate. And if they don't want that, then they can just say no. And that's important, that they get the choice. Like you just said a minute ago, Tony, if I turned up and asked you, hey Tony, can I come in and do a video, and you know, I'm health and safety savvy. I've got my site manager accreditation, so I've done quite a lot of health and safety work. Obviously, I have my own teams on site as well. We do a bit of work on United Utility site, so health and safety is paramount. So I'd want to go in there. I'd say, no, what the fuck has it got to do with you? That's fine. And that proves exactly what we're talking about here. Because at that point then I say, no problem, Tony, that's fine. I'll see you later. And I can go next door and ask them. And then I could do a video next door. You see it and you think, hey, I should have got them in. And then you might call me back and I'll come in and do a nice video in your place. But it's important that you have that choice. You have that choice to say, no, I don't want you on my premises. I don't want you around. I can't stop you putting the drone over. To which, obviously, I've learned quite a bit of the rules from DJ when I used to be a fan, that when you're on public land, there's certain things you can do, which I think will change. But, you know, if you say no, I'm not going to put the drone up because I know that's going to annoy you because you've told me and asked me not to. Whether I am legally allowed or not, it's not really goodwill, is it? It's going to annoy you, and that's the most important thing. You have that decision, and then you go back to work and I go back to work and we move on from it and everyone's happy and no one's annoyed. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I've got my first one lined up in a couple of weeks. It's actually a kick plate manufacturing factory, so they get full sheets of stainless steel, different grades from 0.9mm to 4mm, 5mm, copper sheets, what is it, there's stainless steel, your brass, copper, high impact plastics, plenty of it. It's different grades, so you've got your stainless steel 304, and all the rest of them. I can't remember, it was a long time since I worked there, but we can get into that once we're in there. But it's a great factory to show the process. So they make all the fire exit signs, stuff like that, toilet signs. So yeah, that'll be a good video just to have a walk around and see their lads in action creating these items for sale. And hopefully, is that they're destroying my hobby of flying RC. Because of George, say I made all modelers get registered. They keep flying. Where they are flying, this year will calm down again. Yeah, so I've just got my license for it. I'm not too sure how they've changed and stuff like that because I've only just come on board with a drone. I only mainly use it for. Started off using it for my exploring channel, Team Exploring UK. So it's nice to go to a location and send the drone up and get some additional shots, which is nice. I've been to a few locations local to my house, which are just good, nice walking nature videos. So it's nice to get the drone up. But yeah, I'm not clued up too much on the drone rules. And to be honest with you, everything that I learned was through watching DJ Audits last year. And it was kind of when he changed, I felt like there was a change in his agenda. It was the PJ Audits video where he pushed the older guy. Yeah, I didn't like that. And then there was a couple of issues since, and then obviously all the other auditors have jumped on it. But yeah, the CAA will definitely change the rules. Not sure what drone you've got. I've just got the small ones, so it falls within, yeah, the 249. No excuse for flying over buildings. Fly where you lie, as long as it's within the guidelines. 249 gross, there's no excuse for flying over buildings, etc. Yeah, agreed. It's I mean, it's one of them, isn't it? It's I have probably sent the drone over a couple of places that when I'm doing my explores, I've probably sent the drone over places what if the owner was sat there and seen me do it, they'd said no. To which I just stop what I'm doing anyway. At the end of the day, I don't feel like I'm doing any harm by sending it up, getting a few pictures of an abandoned building. I would never go to a place of work on the middle of the street and start sending it over buildings. I'm currently on a private site now. I won't send it over here. Yeah, it's one of them. So I'm still learning about the drone rules and regulations, but I have got my pilot's license and flyer's ID. I have it attached to the drone, and I also have a couple of duplicates of the information inside written down on paper, just in case I have to pass them details on to anyone at any point, which is obviously just like passing your insurance details over should you have a crash or anything of that nature. But yeah, I fly safe. I keep it within my sight at all times. I've not actually ever been higher than 60 meters. I think I can go 120. I'm not too sure. I'm sure you'll tell me if I'm wrong there, Tony. So yeah, I'm still a baby, and I'm still learning with a drone. I've probably had it up in the sky 6 times in 2-3 months. So yeah, it's still inexperienced, and yeah, I will look forward to learning more and upgrading to a better model next year probably. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to get any auditors on tonight. It'd be nice. I had a vision of when I got invited to the live, so just for the extra couple of people that I've joined since, speaking to Tony at the start, the reason for this is Bear Britain Audits has commented on my last video. He's kind of gone against and said, you know, you don't know what you're talking about, and you're a hypocrite for saying you're going to do audits yourself. So I said I'd be happy to have a chat with him. Let's have a live. If it looks, feels, sounds unsafe, then it is. Yeah, I actually didn't send my drone up at one location just because there was too many overhead cables, and I didn't feel confident as a beginner flyer kind of maneuvering around them or sending them in the middle. There might have been 10 meters, 20 meters difference between them, and I could have, maybe a more professional drone expert flyer could have sent it up and got the footage that I wanted. But yeah, I I didn't feel confident enough, so at that point I just put the drone away. It's sometimes you've just got to be safe, and better to be safe than sorry. But yeah, so Bear Britain Audits has called me out for a live stream. He's not turned up. I've given him 2 missed calls on Instagram. I've given him a message on YouTube. No sign of him. So to be honest, if I get invited again by any of them, I'm probably not going to acknowledge it, because at the end of the day, I could have been doing something else this evening. Instead, I've prepared myself and set up all my equipment ready for this live stream with Bear Britain Audits. I don't know who this guy is. He could be mates with DJ, could be mates with Audit in Britain and all the rest of them. I expected a couple of them in a group on a live stream just trying to goad me and go for me and give me a hard time, to which I was more than prepared for that. I'll defend my opinion forever. It's there was a couple of pigeons fighting then in tree, just flew past. Yeah, I defend my opinion because I know I'm right in what I'm saying, and there's a lot of yous that agree with me. So it is what it is, and they just constantly show the true colours. I just put it out there. He said in his first comment, if you look back on my last video, you'll see the comments. They're still there for now. Probably will get deleted. That's what they tend to do. That's what you've all told me they do, and then I've found out for myself. So they've not turned up. I probably wouldn't again. He said, I'm doing a live stream. I'm going to tag you in it. This is what auditing's about. There's no live stream and there's no invitation. And on top of that, he's not accepted my invites. So I won't waste any more time. As I said in my last video, I don't need to speak on this anymore. It'd have been nice to just get some closure, and even if it comes to it in a couple of weeks, you know, if they start giving me jib and going on at me over it, then I will try and get another live set up. But how much time do you waste on these guys that they're not going to change their ways. So best thing for me to do is just ignore them and not watch the videos and let them carry on until the regs do change. Like you said, Tony, the CIA they're going to be changing stuff. The government, obviously, they are harassing the police. A lot of them are, a lot of the times. They're never good encounters. Never ever good encounters. They're always negative, and there's always somebody getting angry. And the auditors love that. They love winding people up. But my passion with that lies with, you've got to think about that person and how they feel. But obviously that's just me, and I have to accept the fact that not everyone is the same, and they don't care about other people and how other people feel or how they make people feel. And that's just the sad world that we live in. So oh, fantastic. That's great. Yeah, somebody exposing the auditors, they are a waste of oxygen. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, that's great. It's how someone spoke to his mum. Exactly that. So the one that I seen after DJ Audits pushed the guy, I then watched, I think it was Audit in Britain, maybe Audit in Yorkshire. I think it was Audit in Yorkshire. I can't remember. It's the one with the long beard. He went into a place of work with 2 security guards. One of them was quite old and big. I'd say 70s, maybe 60s. Quite a big lad. And they're calling him Mr. Kipling and Fatty and all that. And I watched that video, and honestly, I looked at that guy and I thought, that poor man could have lost his wife last week, and he does not want to be at work. And on top of that, he's got these at the front desk just absolutely hurling abuse, calling him fat, calling him paedophiles, everything. And I thought, that's just disgusting. He could have lost a family member. Susan, it's known as Susan. So yeah, I'm guessing it's Audit in Yorkshire that I'm talking about with the beard. Yeah, he was very nasty, and that to me, it's disgusting. And how many interactions can you get like that before the person is that affected that they decide to do something to themselves that could have been prevented, if that makes sense? From a men's mental health standpoint, it's, you know, you've got to be kind. You've got to help each other in this world. You can't just wind people up and just give them all that grief when you don't know what's going on in their life. And the same to every single one of these auditors. If you get them on their own, and at some point in their life they have or will go through a hard time, sometimes you just need a break. And that's what they don't do. They're not giving anyone a break. They're just coming down hard on them. And I stand by everything I've said in my videos, especially DJ Audits when he's in his black bubble coat, he's got his bum bag on, he's got wires coming out of him, he's got a mask on, he's got a hat on. You can literally just see that, and that stood outside your work recording you, and you're like, what are you doing? And he won't tell you what he's doing, because he'd rather keep you guessing, keep you on your toes, keep you worried, keep you nervous. Why put that pressure on someone? Just an innocent person going to work who don't want anything to do with you, and they don't want you to have anything to do with them. Like, leave them to it. But we ain't going to change them. It's nice to see exposing auditors' channels. It's a good start. I'm not going to go down that route because I don't want to carry on with this shite with them. 4-5, same shit. It's a brutal place to be, YouTube, and I just want to make something positive of it, and if I can get off the tools and do more vlogging and stuff like that, and create some decent content, that's where I'd rather be. I want to do my internal audits. I've got some nice podcasts coming up, studios getting set up, So yeah, good things are coming. I've got my exploring channel. I absolutely love doing that. So between the two, and I do a bit of filming on the outside in my personal life and stuff like that. So yeah, it all kind of ties in, and I enjoy doing it. And I have started doing some work videos as well. You can check my recent content out. I've got some jet washing videos on there. Not sure if you'd be interested in that, Tony. Some nice cleaning up some old stone. It's got some Indian stone, York stone. Do a bit of jet washing. I am going to start putting some other jobs on there. I've got some nice decking projects coming up, so I'm going to get them on and just get a nice wide variety of content on. But I don't want to spend much time talking about these auditors. Thanks, Tony. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't want to spend much more time engaging with these because they're not going to stop. They're just multiplying every day. And before you know it, I'll have a list. I'll just have a hit list after me. 10, 20 auditors. And I just want to steer away from that. But obviously, after yesterday, I put the video on that said I won't speak about it anymore, which I would have left it at that until Bear Britain has then commented. He commented on that video saying, watch this live, this is what auditing's about, blah de blah. So I said I'd be more than happy to join. Only 2 of us watching. Shame that, because you seem like a nice guy. Thank you very much for that, mate. Yeah, so I am only a new channel. The only reason I'm live right now is for the reasons I've said. It'd have been nice if one of the auditors had picked up on it, but they're probably just hiding away and thinking about who they can wind up next. He don't have the funds. Yeah, well, I did see in one of his videos that he actually did manage to, when he got arrested for covering the story where I believe some police officers they had a lad in custody and he passed away whilst in custody. So he's then gone and covered that story, got arrested, and then got a couple of £1,000 compensation for being wrongfully arrested, and then give that to the widowed woman of the man in custody who sadly passed. So that's where I kind of thought, do you know what, he's probably telling the truth, but there's nothing, I've done nothing wrong. All I am is another man with an opinion, and 99% of the British judges would probably agree with my opinion. He's an absolute nightmare. He's causing a lot of issues, and well, that's what I was trying to get across, because he is definitely up there as one of the most influential auditors, I would say. I mean, just for example, I've never had it. Last year, I think it was like July, August last year, I started watching DJ audits. For some reason, he's just come up on my feed. It's never something, I've never watched an auditing video before, and he came up. So he's obviously, you know, he's up there. He's one. It wasn't like that. The fellow swallowed a load of drugs when he was stopped by the police. There you go. There you go. So there's the truth in it. It's I'll just have to read back through that comment. Yeah. Yeah, so obviously I didn't know that, Tony, and that's sad. And you know, whichever way you look at it, it's sad. He's obviously took the drugs because he don't want to get found with them and get charged for it, and kind of ended up. Yeah, cheers, I appreciate that, thanks. It's so anyway, I was just trying to say that he clearly won that court case for a wrongful arrest. To which when he threatened to take me to court, yeah, I did take it seriously. But yeah, I was smart about it. I screenshotted every single one of his replies, which took a bit too much time out of my day than I would have liked to invest into DJ. After all the previous times I've invested last year into him, it's just a complete waste of time. To which I don't watch his videos anymore. I couldn't care less. I'm basically here discussing this now because Bear Britain wanted me to go on a live with him, and after this live that I've done, I'll probably leave it at that. There's no point. I've tried to reach out to him. He offered me. I just said I'd be more than happy to discuss it further. He's turned around and said, you know, let's get on tonight at 8:30. I have changed my schedule and I have prepared myself for it. And we're now almost an hour, 50 minutes later than what he originally said. And he's still no show. I've had no Instagram messages from the missed calls I've given him. So I've took time out of my schedule for his invite and he can't even be bothered to show up to it. I expected 3 or 4 auditors. Best case scenario, 3 or 4 auditors completely going at me. Was you going to watch Coronation Street? What do you mean, Tony? I don't watch Coronation Street, but I'm actually currently away on a family holiday. The children are in bed now. We've done all our daily activities and everything we wanted to do, but I was going to a fantastic location to do an exploring video for my Team Exploring UK channel. I'm wondering why Ash Phillips has changed his tune. Scott is not too bad. You just need to know why. Yeah, so just reading comments there. Funny. It's so I've missed out on going to my location now for my other channel for my Team Exploring video for Bear Britain, and Bear Britain sold me out. He's left me stood up. He stood me up. He doesn't want to hear or defend himself. He don't want to hear my side of the story. I don't really want to tell him, but if he was to invite me and I just ignored that, then I just become the same as the rest of them. Like DJ Audits, I've had a few comments say, oh, he'll say that he'll come, but he won't. And then, you know, I've took time out of my life to do this, and he can't be bothered to defend himself or hear my side or whatever he had planned. I was adamant there was going to be a few of them that just absolutely went at me, which that's fine. But yeah, nothing, absolutely nothing. So yeah, I'm probably going to cut it there soon, guys, but thanks for joining. Thanks for joining and listening, and we'll see what happens and what comes of it. Maybe he'll delete his comments. Maybe we should have a bet on it. Not for money, not a gamble. We don't gamble. But what do you guys think is going to happen now? Will Bear Britain just completely ignore me? Or will he comment and give an excuse? I don't know. I can see him just completely leaving it and just leaving it at that. Possibly. But only time will tell. He could comment, or he's either going to comment or he's not going to comment. That's it. And I honestly think he will not comment. I don't think he will at all. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. BBA will put crap on you. Well, that's where I try to be a little bit smarter. So I've commented on the original post on my video. He'll be watching now, laughing and playing. Definitely, I agree, yeah. But I have got the evidence to prove it. I have been a little bit smart, and I've screenshotted the comment at 8:30 tonight. I commented on my post what he originally commented on, saying, I'm ready and wait. Are we still on for the live? I'm ready and waiting. I've just messaged you back on Insta. So Bear Britain is here. Thanks for standing me up. Thank you. I'm currently sat here waiting for you. And to be honest with you, BBA, Bear Britain Audits, I have not had a single notification come through my phone. Now, I don't know whether that is because I'm live and that wouldn't happen. So only time will tell. But as I was saying, I've got my comment on my feed to which he's invited me. And the last comment on that is, are we still on for the live? Because I'm sat here waiting. Then I've screen recorded, gone onto his Instagram, and I've called him twice. That's screen recorded. The time's on there. At the end of the day, I've got nothing to hide. I've got nothing bad to say. I'm not wanting to come on a live to start screaming and shouting. And I don't care if that's what they do to me, because at the end of the day, I'm there for a discussion to defend my opinion, and I'll listen and I'll say my piece. And I expect you to do the same but I also expect you to not do the same. BB-8 is in the house. He might have just left. He might have. I'm not too sure. But either way, the most important thing, he's not on a live with me, like he said. And that is why I'm sat here on this live. But thanks for joining me, guys. Thanks for coming, showing your support and not leaving me sat here on my own talking to myself. Because that's what Burr Britain's done. But I would love... I'm still sat here now. I can stop my live and I can accept his invite to his live. Why not? What's Burr Britain Audits? If you're here now, if you're still here, please just comment. Please comment and tell me what's gone on, what's happened. You know, if it's a personal matter or anything like that, you know, keep it bare minimal. But just said, listen, I've got some personal stuff going on. I can't make it. Let's rearrange. That's fine. Like, but at the end of the day, you invited me, you offered me, you arranged the time. I said, yep, let's go. And I've changed my plans to suit this. And you can't even notify me of that. Like, but yeah, I have the evidence there to say that I was here. I'm still here now, guys. He's not commenting back. He's not invited me. So we'll give it a couple more minutes, see if anything changes on that. If it doesn't, I'll cut it and check my Instagram. I'll screen record that as well. You've got to cover your back. You've got to cover your back. You've got to stay one step ahead, because this is all from the comments, what you guys have originally put on my videos. I've learned more about them from yous than I have from myself. So you don't need evidence. We all know what a bunch of cowards they are. That's just great. But yeah, that's just to cover my back, Tony, just because there is a lot of people out there. Like, at the end of the day, these have a huge following. And if you go and look, if you spend 5-10 minutes, I've only done it a few times, not any time recently, but they have a lot of people agreeing with them, and it's kind of just like, it's yes men. It's yes men. It's just like the famous celebrities have. You get surrounded by a load of yes men and you just run away with it, and that will be your downfall and failure in life. So it's it is what it is. Just checked Insta. Just check Insta quickly. I'm not sure. This is literally my first ever live. So if you could please just put in a comment if I can do that. I'm not sure. So if I press my home button now on my iPhone, I'm using an iPhone. It's a brainwashed ideology, mate, trust me. Yeah, if you can just let me know if I can knock this off and it'll still stay live, what's going to happen? That's how we see comments. So I've just discovered how to get the comments up. So at 21:23, I've just messaged you back on Insta. So it's the only. And you know what? He doesn't even follow me. He's not subscribed to me. I don't think, anyway. Possibly could have, because I've had a few more subscribers today, so that doesn't rule that out. He could have subscribed and been notified that I've gone live, or seen it on his newsfeed. Press the button or not press the button. You decide. Thanks for that, Tom. I don't think he has. I don't think he has. But well, I'm new to this live, so Pull down your home screen to see. Of course. Oh, we do have a notification 14 minutes ago. Yes, we do have a notification. So 15 minutes ago, that was at like 9:15. Then he messaged 45 minutes after scheduled live. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna go and have a look and see what he said. But yeah, I'll be transparent. Oh, thank you very much. I'm gonna jump over. He was washing his hair. Well, that's a good enough excuse. It's come up on my subscribers. Fantastic. Guys, I'm going to cut it there. I will attach. Are you female exposing auditors? Or are you hitting on me? Yeah, guys, I'm going to cut that there. No, he ain't. Hey, there's no about being gay. I'm not gay. Natalie. Jesus. Yes. Funny, guys. Listen, I've had a fantastic chat with you for the past 40 minutes. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're all going to jump over and watch his live. I'm gonna try and get in it somehow, or see if he invites me. Maybe the Instagram is the link. We'll support you on his live, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Either way, if it's just a general message what he said with an excuse and it's not a link, I'll put it in the comments so you can see what he said, and I'll just kind of quote it word for word, and put that in the comments just so you know, and just be transparent. Yeah, true. As long as you're not banned or hidden. Right, well, we'll find out, guys. We can only find out one way. Let's see if he sent me a link. He has sent me an Instagram, so it's either a link or an excuse. Hopefully it's a link, and we'll get in and we'll see what he's saying. And yeah, he'll send you a link to his Streamlab. Fantastic. I'm going to jump off, guys. Thank you very much for your support, continued support. Thanks for joining me for the live, and I'll see you over there. Thanks, guys.